Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Royal Rumble 2025 here on the TEW IX Save of the WWE. It's February 1st here in the Save, Saturday, and yeah, we're getting this PLE done first. And if you were wondering about the NXT PLE, that will be the next episode. So back-to-back PLEs. I think this one's going to be great, hopefully. I think the next one's going to be great as well. This is the big one. This is the Royal Rumble. This is what everyone wants to see. We are here in Lucas Oil Stadium in front of 29,344 people. And we are opening the show with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, who are just welcoming everyone to the show. Like it's an 82. Strong start. I'm happy enough with that. And our first match tonight is going to be the big one, not the Royal Rumble, but the championship match for the undisputed WWE Championship between the challenger, the fake champion, Kevin Owens, and the real champion, Cody Rhodes. And yeah, this is a ladder match, but they don't get any ladders out in the first 5 minutes. You know, it plays out like a regular slow build kind of match. And yeah, Kevin Owens gets a ladder in there after 5 minutes. The people are chanting for a ladder, and he answers for the people, even though he's a heel, but he wants to get some ladders in there. But he regrets it quickly as Cody hits a springboard dropkick, knocking the ladder right into Kevin Owens. After that, he's targeting Cody's arm. He's trying to weaken his climbing ability, and eventually Kevin Owens cannonballs Cody into a ladder propped up in the corner. The crowd's doing their "Let's go, Cody, KO sucks" chant during it. It's crowd's going crazy. They're loving it. Like, just imagine, the real match between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. Something like that, The crowd's going crazy. Cody hits a Cody cutter off of a ladder rung. And while Kevin Owens is down, he climbs the ladder. He's right there. He's fingertips away, But Kevin Owens recovers and yanks him down for a pop-up powerbomb onto a flat ladder on the ground. Cody's looking gassed. Everyone thinking, he might be done here. But Cody recovers. He's got that baby face. Can always find something, a second gear here. Cody Rhodes, he gets up and he hits a crossroads on Kevin Owens. But he's still gassed. Both men are down there. Cody eventually gets up first and he starts climbing. He gets all the way to the top. Kevin Owens, he's getting up, but very slowly. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to stop Cody from grabbing the both titles. Obviously, the Winged Eagle belt is also up there. He's got his hand on one of the belts. But suddenly, running through the crowd, Solo Sikoa enters the ring. He pushes the ladder. Cody crashes down. He's like totally gone now. He's totally messed up. Solo Sikoa leaves. Kevin Owens, he gets up. He's a little shocked, but he'll take it. Any chance he gets, this is his opportunity. He starts climbing, and Kevin Owens is able to grab the belt and take it off. Your new undisputed WWE champion, Kevin Owens. And yeah, KO defeats Cody in a ladder match. He retrieves the item. I made this a storytelling match. During the match, we also had Solo Sikoa attack Cody Rhodes. Kevin Owens, your new WWE champion. And yeah, that match gets a 79. The crowd's white hot. What a great start to the show. Obviously, both physical condition. I did have to protect Cody Rhodes here, so that's why this would have been in the 80s. But man, I'll definitely take it. He actually agreed to put Kevin Owens over here, as long as I protected him. Or no, I only had to keep him strong. I didn't have to protect Cody Rhodes. I just had to keep him strong. But yeah, Kevin Owens wins the belt. How many of you saw that coming? And yeah, we go backstage where Byron Saxton is interviewing Gunther. He wants his thoughts on Kevin Owens becoming the new undisputed WWE champion. And Gunther says, Let Kevin Owens have his moment. Let the world talk about controversy, shortcuts, and chaos. That's not my world. I'm the standard. I'm the Ring General, the world heavyweight champion, the man at the top of this sport. Byron asks him if he's ready. If whoever wins the Royal Rumble chooses him. And Gunther says, it makes no difference who they choose, whether it's Cena, if it's Punk, if it's Rollins, any of them. If they want to prove that they belong at the highest level, then they come to me. And I welcome it, because at WrestleMania, I don't want the easiest fight. I want the hardest test. I want the best of the best, so I can break them and prove that I am the best. That gets to 62, a fun little backstage segment with Gunther. And so we're heading back out to our next match. And this is the ECW World Heavyweight Championship match between Zack Ryder and the champion Brock Lesnar. And Vince McMahon comes out before both of these men do and announces, in the spirit of ECW, this isn't going to be a regular match. This is now officially a street fight. So this is our mayhem match. And so Zack Ryder gets a few chair shots off at the start of the match until, Brock is able to put him through a table. And Zack Ryder gets a kendo stick. He's going crazy with the kendo stick. He's able to hit a jumping Rough Rider off the apron through a trash can. Just crazy, some ECW spots. Brock, he's going crazy. He's hitting his suplexes on the different weapons laying around on the ring. But Zack Ryder's not giving up. He's got that fuel that every, babyface has. He hits a broski boot into a chair, and then a Rough Rider onto a ladder for 1, 2, 2.9, just barely a near fall there. And Zack Ryder, he's up, he's ready again. He's about to hit another Rough Rider when suddenly Vince McMahon, watching from ringside, he shouts at Zack Ryder. He's like, "You think you're a star? You're not a star." So Ryder, he hesitates. He loses all of his momentum. He's confused. Vince is trying to distract him. Obviously, he wants his champion to stay champion. Brock quickly gets up. He F5 Zack Ryder through a stack of chairs, covers for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar retains, and I figured that would be a creative finish, so I put a Brock Lesnar creative finish on there. That match gets a 71. Wow. Very, very happy with that. 51 for Zack Ryder, 73 for Brock Lesnar. Hopefully that builds Ryder's pop-up, or, Matt Cardona, for those of you that aren't too familiar with old WWE. He's currently the indie god. But yeah, the crowd is buzzing. They love that at 71 there. Brock Lesnar's, being penalized for a few things, but I'll definitely take a 71. This is not what I thought this match would be. Definitely take that. And after this match, it's time for one of the Royal Rumbles, the Women's Royal Rumble. It's up next. And first off, Io Sky makes her entrance first. The crowd's going crazy. Everyone loves Io's theme song. It's an absolute banger. And second, we have Raquel Rodriguez come out, and her and Io have a fun opening to the match. And we have entrance 1 through 10 here. So third, Zelina Vega comes out, followed by Ronda Rousey, who's fourth. Piper Niven comes out fifth. Sonya Deville comes out sixth. And now that Piper Niven is out there, Chelsea Green feels comfortable enough to come out seventh. Joining Sonya Deville is Zoe Stark, who comes out eighth. We have Lacey Evans coming out ninth. And then Shayna Baszler comes out 10th, putting all three of Pure Fusion Collective together at the beginning of this Women's Royal Rumble, just like in real life. And Pure Fusion Collective, they come together and they start getting people out early. They eliminate Zelina Vega, they eliminate Raquel Rodriguez, so she's not going to be our Iron Man. And PFC getting some early eliminations. Ronda Rousey goes right after Lacey Evans. She's able to eliminate her. They have a judo throw battle, and Ronda gets the upper hand there. And then Ronda turns around sees Shayna Baszler. They stare each other down, but they don't fight. Obviously these two have some history together. But yeah, that's a 58 for the first 10. And yeah, after that we have entrants 11 through 20. So 11th we have Michin. Where is she? Over here, Michin. 12th is Jordynne Grace. So these two are teaming up, obviously, on Smackdown, so they can have each other's backs here in the Rumble. And 13th, and obviously Piper Niven and Chelsea Green are out there too. 13th, Blair Davenport comes out. 14th, Lyra Valkyria. 15th, Bianca Belair, who just recently turned heel. And obviously following her is Naomi. And she rushes right after Bianca. 17th, Elektra Lopez comes out. She starts brawling with Naomi. She was part of this Jade Cargill story too. And 18th comes out, where is she? Ivy Nile, right here, part of American Made. 19th comes Natalia here at the end, and then 20th is Bailey. And yeah, Jordan and Michin are able to team up to take out both Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. Pure Fusion Collective still working together. They get both Michin and Lyra Valkyria out next, but one of them goes over as Naomi sends Zoe Stark over the ropes and eliminates Zoe Stark. So, the threat of Pure Fusion Collective, it's a little lower now. There's only 2 of them. And then Naomi is also able to throw out Elektra Lopez. Entrants 21 through 29 make their way down to the ring. 63 for this segment. 21st, Dakota Kai comes out. 22nd, Nia Jax, and she makes a big impact. I'll get into that later. 23, Kelly comes out. Beth Phoenix comes out 24th. Then Brie Bella 25th. Charlotte Flair 26th. Alexa Bliss comes out 27th. Then Nikki Bella 28th. And 29th, Mickie James. I'm not revealing the 30th entrant just yet, as I do want it to be a surprise. But yeah, Nia Jax has an early, impact, as I mentioned earlier. She gets Natalia out, then Ivy Nile. She's just causing havoc, and then right after Kelly makes her entrance at 23rd, she's taken out right away by Nia Jax. So just, yeah, the Bella Twins, they team up, they take out Blair Davenport, and then Pure Fusion Collective is down to 1 member after Beth Phoenix eliminates Sonya Deville. And yeah, Alexa Bliss is able to eliminate Dakota Kai right after she comes out. And yeah, that gets a 63. But now, who is the 30th entrant of the Women's Royal Rumble? Entering at number 30, AJ Lee has returned. And yeah, a great gimmick, cute nerd. She's a babyface as of right now. And this gets a 68. AJ Lee is back with the WWE, and she eliminates Bailey right away. She's excited. The crowd's going crazy. And then Nia Jax, still going on her rampage, runs right after AJ Lee, but she's able to bring the ropes down and send Nia Jax tumbling over it. So AJ Lee taking out Nia Jax there. Yeah, after that we see Charlotte Flair eliminate Jordynne Grace. Alexa Bliss throws Brie Bella over. Io Sky eliminates Mickie James, and then Bianca Belair is able to eliminate the last PFC member in Shayna Baszler, just for Charlotte Flair to immediately take Bianca out. And with 5 women left, AJ Lee is able to take Nikki Bella out. And this brings us to our final 4, where Io Sky is still, obviously, the Iron Woman. She's still in here. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and AJ Lee, the final 4 women left in the Rumble. They face off. AJ and Alexa team up briefly against Charlotte Flair. They're trying to get her out, but Alexa quickly turns on AJ Lee and eliminates her with a twisted DDT. And after that, Charlotte's able to eliminate Alexa Bliss with a surprise spear out of nowhere, which leaves the final 2, Charlotte versus Io. And Io hits over the moonsault, but Charlotte's able to roll under the rope And Charlotte catches Io with a boot as she's on the ropes and dumps her out of the ring. And your 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner is Charlotte Flair. As this match gets a 56, a lot of segments advancing. Ronda Rousey was mad about her early elimination, but I'll pay her some money and she'll get over it. Alexa Lopez off her game, Lyra, Zoe off their game. Io Sky was amazing being the Iron Woman. Nia Jax benefited from being in amazing form. 56, I'll definitely take it. Charlotte Flair wins Royal Rumble in an hour and 9 minutes. Obviously, this is the order if you want to read it all. I already read it out loud, but if you want to pause and see all the eliminations in order, here you go. Obviously, we can't show all of the women's pictures, but there are all the names, everyone in the match. And yeah, that's the Women's Royal Rumble. Charlotte Flair points to the WrestleMania sign. And next up, we see who one of her potential WrestleMania opponents could be, as it's time for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship match between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. And we start off, Rhea's just overpowering Liv early in the match, and Liv's trying to run away, very similar to their past real-life matches. Liv Morgan, she's trying to mock Rhea Ripley, but Rhea hits her with a hard clothesline. Eventually, Liv Morgan exposes one of the middle turnbuckles while the ref's not looking, and she lures Rhea into going for a move similar to a spear, something like that. But she dodges as Rhea goes headfirst into the turnbuckle. Liv's able to hit Oblivion on Rhea Ripley for 1, 2, kick out right at 2.9, right before 3. Rhea Ripley she recovers well, and eventually she's able to set up for Riptide, but Liv is able to counter. Rhea sets up for Riptide again, but Liv able to counter a second time. After a big slam by Rhea Ripley, Liv, it looks like she's knocked out cold, so the ref goes to check on her. But, seems like she's still awake, she's still conscious. Rhea lifts her up for Riptide again, and Liv suddenly, she was faking being out cold. She floats over, she transitions into a modified crucifix pin, trapping Rhea's legs, deep for 1, 2, 3. Liv Morgan retains and makes her 6th defense of the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. And it's a clean pin, it's a creative finish. I figured this match gets an 81. I love that. 76 for Rhea, 64 for Liv. And 70 for the wrestling, 73 for the crowd. The creative finish is a success. I'm very happy with that. And that's an 18-minute match. Liv Morgan wins clean. Rhea Ripley obviously was not in the Women's Royal Rumble, so she will not get a shot back at Liv Morgan. She doesn't get another chance. She'll have to, I guess, see if she can win a qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber and get in there. But it's not guaranteed because Charlotte could pick Liv Morgan. You never know. Charlotte's a babyface right now and Liv's a heel. We'll see. Are we going to have the Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea Ripley if she wins the Elimination Chamber? Plenty of options I can take here. I already have it planned out, and I just think it'll be a fun ride. We'll see. But Liv runs away. She's telling Rhea, you'll never touch this title ever again, and she's laughing like a maniac. And after that match, we go backstage to an interview. Kayla Braxton is interviewing Tiffany Stratton. Kayla asks her for her thoughts on, if Charlotte Flair is going to choose either Tiffany Stratton or Liv Morgan. And, Tiffany's like, oh my gosh, I am so excited to see what the queen decides. Because whether it's me or Liv, she's stepping into a ring with the absolute center of attention. Let's be real. I'm younger, I'm hotter, and I'm holding the championship. That actually matters. So if Charlotte wants the biggest WrestleMania moment possible, well, Tiffy time is right here waiting. So yeah, just a fun backstage interview with Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, getting all the champions involved on the show tonight. And yeah, next up is the 2 out of 3 falls match between Motor City Machine Guns and DIY. Obviously, the story is that DIY, Johnny Gargano, betrayed Alex Shelley's trust and stole their tag titles from them. And they cheated to win the tag match 2 weeks ago, last week, on Smackdown. Whatever episode of Smackdown had MC, MG versus DIY in the title, it was that episode. If you want to go back and see what I booked for that match. But spoiler alert, DIY cheated to win, and MC, MG, Motor City Machine Guns are getting their rematch here at the Royal Rumble. And it's a fast-paced start, 2 out of 3 falls. They are trying to go crazy. Motor City Machine Guns are, getting some double teams, some good counters off. DIY are, they're doing their cheating tactics, getting some blind tags. They're, cutting the ring in half, not letting them tag. And after 5 minutes, DIY hits meat in the middle on Chris Sabin while the ref is distracted by Johnny Gargano pulling Alex Shelley off the ring apron for the first fall. And DIY is up 1-0. And this is just first to 2, so they only need one more. Motor City Machine Guns got to get 2 pinfalls here. And they regroup. They're fighting from behind. Alex Shelley is just going after Johnny Gargano, who baits Alex Shelley into a mistake. Chris Sabin gets isolated again, but he's able to fight out of it with a Spike Tornado DDT. He gets the hot tag to Alex Shelley, who just goes off. He's hitting some dragon screws, some corner enziguris, and he gets a big super kick to Tommaso Ciampa. And at the 10-minute mark, Motor City Machine Guns hit Skull and Bones on Tommaso Ciampa for the second fall, and it's now DIY 1, Motor City Machine Guns 1. And there's a lot of tension. The crowd's going crazy. It's 1-1. There's a bunch of counters. There's some pinfall breakup saves right at 2.9. And yeah, Johnny Gargano, he's getting cocky. He's yelling at Alex Shelley like, I made you. I brought you here. And Shelley, he's fired up. He escapes the Gargano escape, and he delivers a shell shock. Chris Sabin hits a cradle shock on Tommaso Ciampa to neutralize him from ringside. And Johnny Gargano goes for a super kick on Alex Shelley, but Alex Shelley is able to counter it into a flatliner. And then he's going to spike Gargano down for 1, 2, 3. They get their second pinfall, and they win the tag team belts. Alex Shelley's all emotional. He's holding the belts. Gargano's sitting in disbelief as Motor City Machine Guns win the WWE tag titles. They win in 14 minutes by 2 falls to 1 after losing the first. Alex Shelley pins Johnny Gargano with a Made in Detroit. And I told them to steal the show, and they definitely did. This match gets a 71. Wow, I was not expecting that between these two teams. 60s for Motor City Machine Guns, 55 for Ciampa, 69 for Gargano. Very happy with that. These teams have excellent chemistry. They got a tag team bonus. The crowd's still going crazy. Really great show tonight. And as they leave the ring, we see in the crowd, Dr. Wagner, R-Truth. They're excited to watch the Royal Rumble. They're both wearing their Cena merch, and it seems like they've bonded over their love for John Cena. Let's get to 61. R-Truth, some comic relief. Dr. Wagner still not able to speak. He's speaking Spanish, but we're in Indianapolis, so the crowd doesn't understand it. I guess that's what that's my way of explaining this, because he's still learning English, I guess, in this save. And yeah, but before the Royal Rumble, we do have one more title match. It's the U.S. title match between Braun Strowman and Shinsuke Nakamura. And Braun dominates early, but Shinsuke, he's got that ring IQ. He's slowly chopping down Braun Strowman's legs. He's found his weakness. Braun's able to get a big power slam for a near fall, and he goes for a second power slam, but Shinsuke is able to shift his weight and turn it into a surprise triangle choke, which, we've never seen Shinsuke win with one of those. Braun's trying to power out. He drops to a knee. He fights up again. Shinsuke is able to transition into a sleeper backpack position with one knee still targeting the injured leg of Braun Strowman. Strowman stumbles, and then he collapses, and the ref sees that he's out, and Shinsuke wins by submission. Obviously, I didn't make that the actual. Oh man, creative finish was a failure. Still gets a 64 though. I'm happy enough with that. Probably would have been like a high 60s or maybe another 71. 57 for Strowman, 68 for Shinsuke. The submission failure obviously didn't work, and it had to go with a pinfall. But if it did work, that's what the finish would have been. Obviously, this is the real kayfabe finish of the match. But I told you what I wanted to happen. They were unable to get it done, but that's all right. Shinsuke gets his second defense of the U.S. title. So 64, I'm still happy enough with that. And yeah, to end the show, we have the men's Royal Rumble match. Entering first is Rey Mysterio. The crowd loves Rey Mysterio, just like in real life. But instead of like in real life, Penta's not coming out second. The thorn in his side, Logan Paul, comes out second. And yeah, you can see we've got some interesting debuting roster members here. But yeah, I'll go through them quickly. Third, Chad Gable makes his way to the ring. Then Penta, not coming out second, but coming out fourth. Fifth, making his WWE debut, Jake Paul comes out to help his brother Logan Paul. And sixth is Carmelo Hayes. Seventh, LA Knight. There he is. Eighth, also making his WWE debut, KSI, helping out both Logan and Jake. Andrade comes out ninth, and Sheamus comes out 10th. KSI gets cocky right away. Logan and Jake, they're looking at each other and they're like, do we really want this guy working with us? They just throw KSI out of the ring. It's a bit of a comedy, first elimination, KSI. The Paul brothers teaming up to take out their friend KSI. And yeah, Rey Mysterio sees Jake Paul's back turned right after that, and he eliminates Jake Paul. So Logan Paul, both of his friends out right away. And yeah, Logan Paul, he's like, only family can touch my family. He throws Rey Mysterio over the ring, and Rey's out. Now Logan Paul gets the upper hand, still undefeated against the LWO. And yeah, Andrade takes out Carmelo Hayes, and then LA Knight is able to take advantage and eliminate Andrade right after that. Gimmick changes, very good for Jake Paul, problem child, and KSI, king of the internet. It's great. They're both swagger gimmicks. They were both allied with Logan Paul, even though KSI was taken out by both of them. They're all allied together. I just thought that'd be a funny, way to introduce them. And, these 10 get us a 69. And after that, 11 through 20, Shinsuke Nakamura comes out 11th. Jacob Fatu 12th. And then say his name and he appears. Joe Hendry is here, coming out at number 13. Sami Zayn comes out 14th. Braun Breaker comes out 15th. Damian Priest comes out 16th. And 17, obviously an homage to is Chase for number 17. John Cena comes out at 17th. Omos comes out 18th. Bad Bunny follows right after at 19. He's going after Omos. If you haven't been watching our ECW episodes, that's a feud I just started. And then 20th comes out Solo Sikoa. And yeah, 74 for that. These guys. I did have to improvise this, but yeah, Chad Gable, he's distracted during John Cena's entrance. And he's eliminated by Penta. So, Penta obviously was attacked by Chad Gable. And now he's able to get his revenge. Logan Paul taken out by Bad Bunny. The crowd shocked. Bad Bunny gets an elimination, and it's Logan Paul. Shinsuke Nakamura, he's taken out pretty quickly. He just had a banger of a match. So he's taken out by LA Knight. But LA Knight's quickly taken out by Jacob Fatu. He's going on his rampage. Braun Breaker also going crazy, eliminates Joe Hendry. And yeah, John Cena, he sees Sheamus. He's out on the apron. It looks like he's trying to rest. He sees this as an opportunity, and he eliminates Sheamus. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I saw the opportunity. I had to take it." He's all apologetic. But yeah, Omos, in spirit of the feud, takes out Bad Bunny and stares at him at the ropes. John Cena sees this as another opportunity, and he shows his strength. He takes Omos, he picks him up, and he throws him over the ropes somehow. Big Omos. Well, he doesn't pick him up, but he's like lifts Omos's legs and is able to throw him over. And yeah, Omos is out now. As like it's 74. The next few entrants make their way down to the ring. 21, Jey Uso comes out, followed at 22 by Jimmy Uso, who has finally recovered. He's back from injury, and he's here to take out Solo and Jacob Fatu for sending him to the hospital. 23rd, out comes Dominic Mysterio. Drew McIntyre follows at 24. Xavier Woods, obviously still chasing some singles glory, comes out 25th. Until 26th, Big E. He's back. He's fully cleared, and he's headed straight for Xavier Woods. Obviously, the New Day have turned on Big E, and Big E's back. Roman Reigns comes out. Where is he? Roman Reigns there. He's 27th. And CM Punk comes out 28th. And Seth Rollins comes out 29th. So obviously not spoiling number 30 yet. But it's maybe not as hype as AJ Lee if she were to come back in real life. But I think this would be a fun way to bring this person back at number 30. It's not Big E, no. But yeah. Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, they team up. They're back. They take out both Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. But as Jimmy Uso's getting Solo over the ropes, Solo's able to grab onto Jimmy and take him out with him. So Solo, Jacob Fatu, and Jimmy Uso all out now. They're all brawling on the ringside. Drew McIntyre, he's laser focused on ruining the bloodline, obviously, so he takes out Jey Uso. That's his next target. So yeah, the Usos are out, Solo and Jacob are out. And yeah, bloodline's kind of taking themselves out here. But entering at number 30, back from injury, obviously he was taken out by Kevin Owens. Randy Orton is back. And yeah, he's the 30th entrant in the Royal Rumble. The crowd likes this. It's a 73. I'm happy with that. And yeah, he immediately takes out Dominic Mysterio. CM Punk takes out Braun Breaker next, and then Xavier Woods, he's trying to play mind games with Big E. He's like, we didn't mean it, right? But then he hits Big E. Big E's not buying that. He takes Xavier Woods out of the match, but he feels bad. He's on the ropes. He's like, you guys, you turned on me. You turned your back on the New Day. Drew McIntyre takes advantage of this and eliminates Big E, and the crowd's booing McIntyre, and McIntyre's like, what? He's taunting to the crowd, and Cena, feeling opportunistic tonight. He's doing anything to get back to WrestleMania. He's able to surprise Drew McIntyre and eliminate him next. Randy Orton and Seth Rollins, they're trying to get each other out. Seth gets the upper hand and eliminates Randy Orton in his return. So not a long return for Randy Orton. He doesn't make the Final Four like AJ Lee did. But yeah, Damian Priest, he's taken out by Roman Reigns. Sami Zayn, he's finally taken out by Seth Rollins. And then, to the crowd's delight, CM Punk eliminates Roman Reigns, leaving a Final Four of CM Punk, Seth Rollins, John Cena, and our Iron Man, Penta. Just like in real life, I had to do it. I love Penta. This gets us to 73. Penta's getting better. He's hitting the Zero Miedo to the crowd. And yeah, so CM Punk and Seth Rollins, they're laser focused on each other. Obviously, they're just had a match against Gunther, where neither of them were able to pin Gunther. So Penta and John Cena put on a show on the other side of the ring. Cena gets the upper hand and eliminates Penta next. There goes our Iron Man. CM Punk wins the war against Seth Rollins. He eliminates Seth Rollins, leaving a final two of John Cena and CM Punk. And they lock eyes. Obviously, they got a lot of history. They start brawling. Cena's able to get Punk up into an attitude adjustment, but Punk elbows his way out of it. Punk tries to clothesline Cena over the top, but Cena's able to hold on. Punk charges again. Cena low bridges the top rope, sending Punk to the apron. Punk's able to skin the cat back in, but Cena grabs him mid-swing. And then they're having a power struggle out there on the ring apron, similar to the Jey Uso John Cena ending in real life. Cena gets the upper hand. He's able to haul CM Punk onto his shoulders on the ring apron, and he hits an attitude adjustment off the apron to the floor, just the flat bump of the floor. CM Punk crashes down, and John Cena wins the 2025 Royal Rumble for a 69. Wow, the Bloodline loses heat. Liv's Judgment Day story loses heat. 69 for the Royal Rumble. I'm very happy with that. For 30 participants. Cena wins. He drops to one knee in the ring. He's staring at the WrestleMania sign as his music hits. He points to the sign. He's all emotional. He's serious. And that's how we end the show with John Cena. Old, but he's not done. Heading back to WrestleMania to main event the show. 69, I'll definitely take that. Let's see. Some flavors of the month. Jacob Fatu, the only guy off his game. Obviously, he didn't get a lot of eliminations either. Braun Breaker didn't get a lot either. But I think this is a good way. And I'm sure a lot of people were expecting Cody Rhodes to win today and me to have Cena win in the Elimination Chamber. But nope. I'm not just doing swerves for the sake of swerves. I actually have this planned out. And I think I got a great WrestleMania card planned. So I hope you guys stick around. Hope you guys enjoyed the 2025 Royal Rumble. And I'll see you guys in the next episode for NXT Vengeance Day. Goodbye. And that show gets a 72. We still lose popularity in some regions, so that's fine. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel. A lot of you guys aren't subscribed. You got to subscribe. I hope you do enjoy the content. If you don't, leave some feedback in the comments. Let me know what you want to see. If you're all mad that I had Kevin Owens win the WWE Championship, let me know. I'll see you guys next time.